Howdy, good morning. My name is Rob and you're watching Junk Monkey Treasures. I'm an old treasure hunter that these days most of my treasure hunting is done in thrift stores. I'm just a little long in the tooth to be out there in the deserts and the mountains and the wilderness digging for gemstones and gold, at least for a living. That's tough work. But we may go out and do some of that for some fun one of these days, and hopefully you guys get to see me do some of that. But today we are headed to my local Goodwill. I just got a message from a friend. They had some Lego. They had 10 bags of it come out last night, but before they could set it aside for me, somebody bought all of it. This friend is back in there this morning. They found some. They took it to the front and put my name on it. So we got to get out of here. We got to get down there and grab that Lego up. And we know, we do really good with Lego minifigures. So like and subscribe. Come along for the ride. Let's see if we can find some treasures. And just like that, we are in. There's a fresh cart here with nothing in it. There's the bag of Lego. Briefly, I looked at it and I did see minifigures in it, so that'll be a good one to go through. Found another package of toys. Went to see if there were any more Lego on the shelf. But the toys, there are some Marvel figurines in there I want to look up. And then we came to my favorite section, the stuff with all the knickknacks and the glass and stuff. And we found this wall hanging vase. It's glass. They want $4.49 for it. I like it. So we're going to put that in the basket and continue to look, see if we can find any other treasure. I mean, it's already a good trip. Anything we find from here on in, it's just icing on the cake. I wasn't even planning on coming out this early. I was going to work in the shop. I had started testing the little lamp that we found at the bins a trip or two back, and the socket is bad on it. So I got to go by an electrical supply store today, see if I can find one of these little sockets. What is this ghost up here? Ghost with a pumpkin. Made in China. Maybe is that Lennox? Yeah. It's a Lennox luminary candle holder made in China. Sometimes if they're made in USA, I will look them up. But the made in China ones, I don't even bother. Check these end caps. What is up with this turtle? I think he's a wall hanger. I don't know that I like him. All right, folks, I'll bring you back in when we find something. Here to check on media. And lo and behold, we got a bunch of Christmas movies, including a box set of all the classics. You got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, The Little Drummer Boy, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. We also picked up a Disney copy of Jiminy Cricket's Christmas and Santa Claus 2. This is the time of year I like to list Christmas movies. We also picked up a VHS copy of Dark Crystal and a VHS copy of King Kong that I need to look up. I know the rest of them are going with me, but we're going to look King Kong up. There's a candle holder I wish they had a pair of. It's in the shape of a diamond or a cut gemstone in a little stand, and you'd put your candle in the top of it. If they had a pair of those, I would probably buy them. But just a single, I'm going to have to pass it. Skinny pills. Boy, do I need a bottle full of them. If that was on the half off sale, I think I would get it. But yep, I could use me some skinny pills. Actually not. They used to have those and they turned out to be a really bad thing. Let's go over here and see. Oh, hello. I like that lamp. I like it a lot. Look over here. Dadgummit. Why do they do this to me? I can't be buying full-size lamps right now. Pretty sure this one for sure is a fairly modern one. Yeah, it's really lightweight. I like it, but we're gonna leave it here. This quilted and beaded one, that's got some heft to it. Folks, I'm gonna have to put this camera down and get a better look at that. I'm also looking for an extra small lampshade today. So let me see what I can find in the lamp area. Well, all right. We found some tiki mugs, which we're gonna hurriedly throw in the cart because they are bringing a fresh cart of goodies out for me to look through. There it is. Thank you, Heather. Oh my God, yes. There is no way that just happened to me. Look at all them Fenton shoes, catface shoes. There's one boot. Okay, that one is not Fenton. That's Boyd, I think. Anyway, I gotta look all these up. Oh my goodness. Daisy and Button, caramel slag. Oh, they're wanting $12, $13 a piece for them. Yeah, I've got to look them up. Dang it. I finally get lucky and hit one of those Fenton shoe collections, and they've got them priced to the moon. All right, folks, let me look through them and see if I get to save any of them. I might just be putting them all on the shelf and leaving them here for somebody else. Looky what I found. I found pufferfish, 2 of them. And they're salt and pepper shakers. That is absolutely perfect. If you're on knickknacks at all, and you've been on there a while, you might know the joke about the pufferfish. It's something I've been picking on the owner of the platform, Crazy Lamp Lady. I've been picking on her almost since day one about pufferfish. So every time I find them and I can afford them, I pick them up. And I'm sorry that I had y'all all zoomed way in like that. Update on the Fenton shoes. They're not all Fenton. Some of them are damaged. And the manager is going to work with me on the price for them. So we're going to leave here with most of those Fenton shoes. And I found a lamp with a small shade that I need for my lamp. And we found tiki mugs. I don't know who made them, but for $4.79 for the pair, we're taking those home with us. This is going to be a full cart day, it's looking like. I haven't looked the action figures up, but we'll do that shortly. Phew, this is going to be a good day. It's already a good day. What do you mean going to be? A lot of fresh cart, a lot of dishes on it, teapots and stuff, and hidden in amongst all of it was this extra large, well, not extra large, it's a large size paperweight, most likely made in China, but it's well made, there's no damage, and it's only $3.79, so we're going to take that home with us. It is turning out to be an awesome day. You know what? Every once in a while, you just got to treat yourself. Up on the top of that last fresh cart, there was not only this watercolor painting by Ashcroft, who I've never heard of, called The Scout. There was also this one.
That's really cool.
It is really cool, isn't it?
Really cool.
But there's 2 of them signed and dated, Ashcroft 79. That one's called Explorer. And this one is called Scout, and I have no idea. I've tried to Google lens them. There's no listings or anything. If you guys know anything about this artist, please let me know down in the comments. These are going to go on the wall in my shop, unless they need to go to Christie's or something, because you guys know more than I do. All right. I think we might call it here and head back to the shop. We got a lot of work to do. We've got a freaking cart full. Well, not completely full, but we got a lot of stuff in the cart. And a lot of work to do back at the shop. So if I find something else, I'll bring you in. If not, I'll see you back at the shop. Well, folks, that was one heck of a trip into the local Goodwill. I wasn't even planning on going in. I got a text that, hey, there's a bag of Lego here. Come get it. I was going in there fully expecting a bag of Lego that I wasn't going to buy. I went in there and the bag of Lego was pretty nice. It's a big bag for $8, and there's a bunch of minifigs in there. I saw Toy Story for sure. I see Star Wars in there. I see accessories for minifigs in there. There's all kind of goodies in here. So there's a critter of some kind. Lego critter. Anyway, it's going to be fun digging through this stuff. And while I was there, I wasn't going to run in there, buy a bag of Lego and leave. I went looking around. Holy smokes, I had a day. Completely unexpected. This morning when I got up, I'm like, I don't know what to do for a video today. I got a bunch of work around the shop I need to do. And the prospect, excuse me, but the prospect of going back into my local Goodwill another day in a row. It's been 5 or 6 days in a row that I've gone in there, just finding 1 or 2 items here and there. The prospect of doing that again just wasn't all that appealing to me. I thought maybe if I stay around here, get some work done around the shop, give it a day or two to rest, things to accumulate there that other pickers may miss, it would be a good thing. But I got that message and it turned out to be a real blessing. So thank you. You know who you are. I really do appreciate you. So we started looking around. We found this pretty doggone quick. This is called a wall pocket. So you would hang it on the wall and you'd use it like a vase. Put a little water in it, put some cut flowers in it. Beautiful little cobalt blue. It looks like in the shape of a purse or an old-fashioned belt pouch or whatever, but you'd put flowers in it hanging on the wall. It's pretty. It's well made. It's got that heft to it that a small item of quality should have to it. It's probably, you know, made in China or something, but it's nice. I don't think it is made in China. I think it's signed. 1995. I didn't think it was. Anyway, it's got a signature and a date on it right there. So that's a good piece of glass. We're going to have to figure out who that signature belongs to, but I'm trying to read that, folks. I'll be glad when my new glasses get here. Whew. Tell you what, going and getting them glasses, I didn't know they were going to dilate my eyes, and it was fun driving back home. Let's see, we found a pair of tiki mugs, which I still have not looked up. They're unmarked, but I like them. Oh, Dawn the Beachcomber, Royal Kona Resort. So we'll be able to look those up. I'm just now seeing the back of them. I was grabbing stuff, putting it in the cart. We paid a little over $4 for a pair of them, so a little over $2 a piece. If I can't turn that into $8 to $12 or more, something's wrong with me. We'll get to it. I know you guys are seeing it. Let's see, we found a paperweight towards the end. It's a nice size one, not a blemish on it. Thought I was making a liar out of myself, but it's just a little bit of schmutz on the glass. But a nice, probably made in China. I bet you guys get tired of me saying that. But yeah, probably made in China. Nice, heavy paperweight. And we found a pair of pufferfish salt pepper shakers. If you don't know the joke about the pufferfish over on knickknacks.net, I dare you to go sign up over there, and when the crazy lamp lady is holding one of her live shows, go in and ask her and say, you wouldn't happen to have any pufferfish, would you? She'll know I sent you, but I still dare you to do it. It's not anything bad, it's just something silly that we do. Early on in Knickknack's history, she was doing a show and she was just showing some stuff off from around her office, and lo and behold, she had a Murano glass pufferfish. And I was like, sell me the pufferfish. And she's like, no, it's not for sale. I'm like, are you sure? Come on, sell it to me. And then every time I'd see her, if she'd come on live, I'd be like, you wouldn't happen to have any pufferfish, would you? And then when I started doing live, she showed up on my first live. I was already nervous as all get out. And she's like, you wouldn't happen to have any pufferfish, would you? So she got right back at me. But yeah, I dare you, go over to Knickknacks, sign up, find the crazy lamp lady one day when she's having a show and ask her if she's got any pufferfish. It would be hilarious if we could just start inundating her with requests for pufferfish. I keep telling her we need to have a show where we both get on the same show and sell just pufferfish, and I've been collecting them ever since. I've almost got enough to do a show on just pufferfish. Set those to the side. We found some VHS. King Kong was not worth picking up. You're going to see this in a future video. Just like and subscribe, follow. I promise you, this King Kong video is going to be something fun for us to do in a future video. Let's set that back down. We found a VHS copy of the Dark Crystal, favorite movie, one of them of all time. Didn't look it up, don't care. Even if it doesn't sell, I'll set it on a shelf in here and look at it. But I'm fairly certain it will sell. And then we found a bunch of Christmas movies. We found Jiminy Cricket's Christmas, Santa Claus 2, and a box set that has some of the great Christmas movies on it. So a whole box set of Christmas movies. That should sell fast because we're going to list it pretty fast. Get it listed tomorrow probably. I know, we're getting to it. I found these two prints. They're not prints, they're watercolor arts, framed, signed. Turns out this is a local artist, Central Point, Oregon, next town over. We go to the Goodwill over there all the time. But they're dated 1979, and a fantastic job he did on them. Sci-fi stuff. I grew up loving sci-fi and fantasy stuff. So outer space, Star Wars, Buck Rogers, all that good stuff from the 70s, all that space-related stuff. There's two different ones, and there's nothing online about this artist. The only reason I know who it is, he's got his card on the back. It is Jack Ashcroft, Commercial Art and Design. So, yeah, there we go. These are getting hung up here in my shop. I love this kind of stuff. If there was a comic book or one of those little dime novels that had something like that on the cover of it, I wanted it, and I wanted to read it. If there was a movie that had a poster with that kind of artwork on it, I wanted to watch it. So that was just a little treat for myself. So $12, a little more for a couple of watercolors for me to hang up out here in the shop. I already know Mrs. Monkey won't let me hang them in the house, so out here in the shop they're gonna live. And that brings us to our final and greatest find of the week, the month, the year. I show you guys instant collections at the Goodwill all the time. Somebody or their collection gets donated for whatever reason. I see bells, I see elephants, I've seen pelicans, I've seen shot glass collections, I've seen salt and pepper shaker collections. And I have heard of Fenton dumps or Fenton instant collections. I even seen recently within the last few months a Fenton shoe collection that was found by another content creator who's a reseller. I never expected to find one myself. So when that cart rolled out, oh, I'm about to sneeze. Ooh, don't sneeze, Robert, don't do it. So when that cart rolled out and I saw all that Fenton, I'm like, there's no freaking way. Snatched every one of them, put them in my cart. Started going through them, and I finally looked at one of the prices, and they had it priced way up. Luckily, the people there, they know me. I know most of them by their first name. I'm always nice to them. Genuinely nice. I don't suck up just to get deals and things like that. And I never ask for help on pricing things unless it is like a large whole bunch of stuff. The manager, occasionally I will ask, and she's very kind and helps me out on the pricing. And so we got these for $5 a piece. They're Fenton shoes. They're not worth a ton of money. But you guys probably heard me complain recently about having too much milk glass and Silvercrest in my Fenton, and I needed a little color. Well, now we got a little color. So these are called cat face shoes or slippers because they've got a little cat's face on it. That's a blue opalescent. Here's a couple of aqua blue ones, one in hobnail opalescent and one in daisy and button. We've got a boot, which I have never owned a Fenton boot. Do now. Here is an Amberina catface shoe, hobnailed. And now that I'm looking at it, yep, this one is Fenton. The hobnails on Fenton come up to a point. The older the mold gets, the less sharp that point is, but if they're completely perfectly spherical round or half a sphere round, that's usually a different company. These will glow under a black light, the amberina. The orange part will glow a little bit. Let's see, we've got one here. This one is clear opalescent, known as sometimes as moonstone and sometimes as French opalescent. Probably should have left it behind, but anytime I can find Fenton for $5, I'm buying it. I'll find a home for it, I promise. And then we found an amber one, which I'm trying to stay away from amber, but again, it's Fenton and it was $5. There were 3 or 4 more of these there, but they were all chipped up, so I left them, except this one. This one has some flea bites around the ears and around the opening right here. But this one is slag glass. The toe, or the front part of the shoe, looks like, well, corn on the cob, and then it's got daisy and buttons on the side. I've never seen this pattern or this color, and I already know that it glows pretty nice under a black light. So this one, even with the chips, I should be able to find a home for it. So that was an amazing trip into the Goodwill. I promised you guys in several videos recently that if you just stuck with me, I'd make a good find. And they do happen. You'll go day after day after day finding a little bit of nothing, and then all of a sudden, unexpectedly, you make a great big haul. That's the biggest haul out of a Goodwill that I have found, even including the Goodwill bins, in a very long time. So hopefully things are turning around and we're gonna start making more finds, but tomorrow could be right back to business as usual. You never know. And that's the exciting part of it. You never know when you walk into a thrift store if you're gonna find a ton of treasure, one treasured piece, or absolutely nothing. I've left empty-handed many times. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't buy something just to buy something, okay? Save that money. Something good's coming down the road, I promise you. Anywho, folks, that's what we did today. I appreciate you guys so much for coming with me on my little treasure hunting trips. It means the world to me that I'm able to share the joy and excitement that I get when I go out and do this stuff. Again, I can't thank you enough, and I hope to see you in a future video real soon. So y'all come back now. You hear?